going on? This is Jansport J. I'm a music producer and a DJ, and I'm just excited to be here today. Had the opportunity to check out the latest Mackie Thump line, and everything is sounding impressive so far. So my first reaction hearing the speakers was the quality is there, you know what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing for me, making sure that it's not just loud, but that there's clarity within it. So I'm testing out my mids, I'm testing my highs, my lows, I'm filtering out my lows, I'm getting a baseline of what the sound is. For a producer like myself and a DJ, the main thing is just make sure the sound quality isn't messed up, that it's like great sound and I know what to expect, and there's not gonna be any kind of hiccups. So once I know that, it just puts me at ease with the rest of my set that I have to do.
I'm Brad Gagné, a senior product specialist with Mackie. I'm here with Guitar Center today to showcase the new generation of the Thump series. The new Thump series has basically been redesigned from the ground up. The only thing that's the same is essentially the shell itself, the box, but all the internal guts are brand new. So you've got a brand new amplifier in there, you got better low frequency extension, better clarity, more power with 1400 watts of power, a new compression driver, waveguide, user interface, plus we added 3 new features that the customers were requesting, which was music ducking, feedback elimination, and plus a 15-inch subwoofer. And as you get into the XT series, you're gonna get even more features with the brand new Thump Connect 2 app, which gives the user seamless connectivity and all the feature sets available to them at their fingertips from their phone or from their tablet.
My music specifically, I would say I'm very soulful. So when it comes to mixing and the certain sonics that I focus on, people typically, they want to jump towards the low end, but I want to make sure I'm touching all the dynamics. I want to make sure the mids and the highs are present as well. So just making sure it's not overly distorted.
The compression driver itself is a titanium compression driver, but we use this with the waveguide technology to help with our dispersion, our crossover point, which is going to give you much more clarity in the mid-range. The mid-range is where all the meat is, basically your keyboards, your guitars, your vocals. That's really important when using a loudspeaker. That way you get the clarity that you need, hear those vocals, hear all that stuff in the mid-range, and we're able to do that with this compression driver and our waveguide technology.
What I love most about them is literally how portable they are. Like I could just pick them up easily and I'm not throwing my back out. You know, a lot of times with equipment, it's a hassle. And a lot of the reason why people don't travel too much with their own equipment. But if you have portable speakers that are lightweight and are quality, like that's the best combination you can have.
We've got a 12-inch speaker, 15-inch. They come in around 29 pounds for the 12-inch. You're looking at 35 pounds for a 15-inch speaker. Portable, polypropylene bodies, so they're light, they're easy to set up. You can throw them on a stand. Plus, we've got a 15-inch subwoofer that comes in at 52 pounds and an 18-inch subwoofer that comes in at 60 pounds. Plus, we put these ergonomic handles on the top of the subwoofer, which makes it much easier to transport your speakers.
Whenever I get to a venue, the first thing I'm doing, like obviously I'm behind the decks and checking everything, but I want to get in front of the system and I want to get to where the crowd is at to hear the overall sound. And I'm getting everything balanced. The subwoofer is present, the 215s are present, everything is working, you know, and complementing each other.
So there's Thump and then there's ThumpXT. And what separates the XT is you're gonna get the voicing modes and you're gonna get complete wireless app control, which includes Bluetooth streaming and Bluetooth control, which is gonna give me control over my channel mutes, my channel levels, any of the other features such as the feedback elimination, music ducking. I'm gonna be able to adjust my voicing modes from the phone. The 4 voicing modes are music, live, club, and monitor. So music mode is great for just listening to music. You've got live, which is kind of a voicing mode designed for live band, live performance, and then club mode for like those DJs that need even more low-end extension. If you're not using one of our subwoofers, is perfect to get that more low-end thump. We also have a monitor mode, which is great because you can lay these Thump speakers down on their side. And with the feedback elimination, you get 12 bands of feedback elimination. Most users aren't gonna run into using more than 12 bands of feedback, but it's also like a smart feedback and eliminator in a way, because what it does is that if it grabs all 12 bands, if it noticed that one frequency that it's already grabbed isn't feeding back, what it will do is it will release that frequency and grab another one if that user runs into another frequency that's feeding back. Plus, I can link 2 speakers together. I can run them in true stereo, so I'll have a left and a right channel in true stereo. So if there's anything happening in the stereo field, like any phasers, flangers, or any panning that's taking place, you're gonna hear it as the artist originally intended their music to be heard. Plus, there's another feature, you can run the speakers in zone mode, which will separate the speakers if I have one in one separate zone. Let's say I'm having a party in one room, people are dancing, having a good time. In the other room, they're doing a ceremony or talking. Well, I can take the music out of the one where they're doing the ceremony and adjust the level of the microphone for the other room while still playing music in the other zone. So a lot of flexibility and features that you can do completely wireless with the new generation of Thump.
If I'm playing a lounge and I don't want it to be too crazy, I just set it to music mode. If it's like a outdoor mini festival type situation, I'm gonna hit the outdoor mode. And there's live and there's also monitor mode as well, which is very important for me because you'd be surprised how many venues I go into and they don't have proper monitors. So just them having that capability is amazing for me.
The new Thump series is perfect for gigging musicians, live bands, DJs, business professionals, teachers, house of worship. With the XT series, you can fly these speakers too, so they're perfect for installations and a wide variety of use cases. You're gonna get 1,400 watts of power, so we have a brand new amplifier. It's gonna have universal power supplies. You could take it and use it anywhere in the world. You just plug it in. With this new amplifier, we're gonna get more power, which is better low frequency extension, so you got more thump that everybody loves, and you're gonna be able to get more clarity in this speaker as well. With the new waveguide technology, compression driver, and all of that is gonna play into the new feature set of the clarity, low frequency extension, and that thump. You've got a line or a mic input on channel 1. You just press mic, and now this input becomes a microphone preamp. I plug my XLR cable, my mic cable into the speaker, turn it up, turn on music ducking, so when I'm either streaming music into channel 2, which is the Bluetooth channel, or if I'm plugged in with the aux cable, whenever I talk, it's gonna lower the music down while I'm talking over the music, and when I'm done, it will slowly fade back into the music so it's not just abrupt. It's a really cool feature.
I find myself interacting with the crowd a lot, just as a DJ for artists or even during my beat sets. It's a lot of call and response and keeping the crowd engaged. And what I love about the Mackie Thumps is that off top, it has the music ducking capability. So it's adjusting on the fly while I'm speaking, and I don't necessarily have to, mess with the volume controller or anything like that. I'm just able to be in the spirit of my set, as well as just the feedback elimination that it has.
So performers and bands and DJs need to own their own speakers because they need a consistency in their sound. It's a part of who they are, being able to get the speaker and making sure that it's representing it the way that you want it to be heard. And that's where the new generation of Thump series really shine. Specifically for DJs, they're looking for that low frequency extension, that nice thump, and you know that you're gonna get some nice low end, tight, punchy bass out of our top boxes with the new generation of Thump.
The greatest benefit of owning your own pair of speakers is just knowing that there's continuity and there's consistency. There's not gonna be too much guesswork. Your sound is gonna be on point. For somebody like myself, there's certain things I can mitigate, like having my own PA system that I can travel around with, and that's preferred. My initial impression of just hearing the speakers just coming in right away, top-notch quality. And it's not something that I could just quantify right away. It just feels good, and that's one thing that I've been able to train my ears over the years, just be able to know when something feels quality. And what I love about it is that it's not so much loudness. It's loud for sure, but there's clarity in it, and that's ultimately what you want. You want to be able to hear every single sound that you're intending for the audience to hear, and that's what I noticed right away with the Mackie Thumps. Loud, clear, balanced.
The Mackie Thump series is going to put you in control of your sound. With the ease of use, reliability, and quality of sound, you can't go wrong. Head down to your local Guitar Center today and let your ears decide.